Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Wednesday morning, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Wednesday morning, guys. So I want to speak to you guys in regards to this download. If you've wronged someone. Now, granted, we're human, right? We're human, so we all have wronged somebody at some point. But in this recording, I'm speaking about intentionally wronging a person, meaning you knew exactly what you were doing. Like you didn't consider anything in regards to them. It was all your own selfish motives. You knew exactly what you were doing. It was your intention because you knew exactly what you were doing. So I'm speaking more so less about that, not just maybe wronging a person unintentionally. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it was last week. It doesn't matter if it was 80 years ago. We will reap what we sow, good, bad, or evil. And here's the thing. Sometimes something can be buried so far behind you that it's like you forgot about it. Maybe it happened in high school. Maybe it happened when you were 18. Maybe it happened where you were drunk or high, right? So it's like you've buried those things. But a season will come when God starts to convict your spirit. Why is it that it could be 30 years later and something that you truly have forgotten about or you've buried, now all of a sudden it's coming to light. Your spirit is being convicted about it. God is bringing it back to the forefront. He's highlighting it. Or when someone speaks on something, like now your spirit is convicted about a certain thing, about a certain person. It's because these are things that needs to be addressed in whatever way. The Holy Spirit is your guide, of course, but God is not going to bring something to your attention or convict you about something if it's not something that's going to hold you back. So it's a warning that the reason why this door won't open, the reason why I can't shift you, right? The reason why I can't bless you is because your pride is in the way. If I can't trust you to go back and right your wrong, if I can't trust you to go back, move your pride aside, take accountability, apologize when you know you were wrong, how can I trust you with my blessings? And granted, nobody's perfect. So again, it's all about accountability and then obedience to your instructions. So you have a certain instruction. Your spirit is disturbed about something. God has been pressing in your spirit. You must go and make this right. Right? Even if the person don't receive you, you must go and make this right. But instead, pride will keep people from doing the very thing that God is asking them to do. And then we wonder why we're in a season where we're just rotating and rotating. There's no growth. There's no acceleration. You're at the same level. We're at the same level. At the same level. Wronging people, but most importantly, being disobedient to our convictions and our instructions can literally keep us stagnant in the spiritual realm and keep certain doors closed, blocked, or temporary. So sometimes we'll enter a certain door or a certain blessing will manifest through God. We're in alignment to receive it. And then it looks like, wow, oh my goodness, I've entered this new season. Then boom, it's a halt. It's a temporary it's temporary movements, and you're trying to figure out what I don't understand. Why am I in the door? Why were things moving? And then all of a sudden, boom, your halt hit. Could it be something that you're being disobedient to? I was talking to a gentleman last month sometime, well, on a specific topic. And I mean, he still is actually broken down. And I mean broken down. I'm talking about can't eat, can't sleep, questioning if he even want to be here anymore, because the one woman that he fell in love with recently cheated on him, right? Okay, of course, it's important to acknowledge someone's pain, right, etc. But after a while, he wanted my opinion, all caps opinion, and I'm like, are you sure you want my opinion, right? Because sometimes people ask for things, and then when you give it to them, it's like, So I asked him, I said, in all honesty, okay, I think he's 37. So at 36 at the time, you fell in love for the first time in your life. You met the quote unquote the one. She turned you out, blowed your mind. You were faithful, never cheated. Have you ever cheated on anyone in the past before? Have you ever hurt anyone in the past? Have you ever been faithful in the past? No. He was honest. He admitted every woman that he encountered in the past, he hurt, cheated on, lied, etc., etc. Left these same women broken. Left these same women with self-esteem and confidence issues that affects their next relationship. Left these same women questioning their worth. Left these same women potentially refusing to ever love again and missing their own kingdom partners because of someone else's actions. And because now it's 15, 20 plus years later, where is that energy at? So, you think it's just floating around in the air and it's just never going to find you again. And especially because you never went to try to make it right, to help release other people's trauma that you caused. And you think at some point in your life it's not going to come back to you. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be transparent. Could it be your karma? Could it be your law of attraction? Could it be you reap what you sow? Whatever you call it. But no, people don't want to hear that, right? Sometimes you got to sit in that thing and you got to eat it for what it is. And granted, kudos to him because he truly took responsibility. Honestly, he was like, I didn't think about it like that. Well, yeah, because it was 95 years ago. But karma, law of attraction, reaping what you sow, typically it doesn't come back when you think it's going to come back. It's going to come back when you're ready to do the right thing. But at some point, it has to come back because it has to sting you enough to teach you a lesson so you don't repeat that same. You'll think twice the next time because now you know what it feels like to be lied to be betrayed, to be cheated on. Now you know what it feels like. So now you'll think twice next time. But you got to eat this. Sometimes people sit longer in that pain. Truth of the matter is, taking your accountability will help you to heal faster. Because if you don't take accountability, you're swimming in this pool of, how could this happen to me? It's the enemy. It's Satan. It's a spiritual attack. What did I do wrong, Lord? So you're you're swimming in this pool and you're just wasting time because you're swimming in this pool trying to figure out, trying to wait on somebody to apologize. You're waiting on somebody to come back who's not coming back, right? You're in this pool. But if you take accountability, like, you know what? oh my goodness, I forgot I hurt the last three people. I forgot when I was 18, I this, that, and the third. I forgot about that. Okay, maybe you did. Survivor mode. But when God's bringing it back to the forefront, 97 years later, something is heavy in your spirit about a person from that long ago, or even from last week. I just had to do it 2 days ago. Oh my goodness. And it wasn't anything major, but still, accountability is accountability. Someone had, God, someone, someone was supposed to, well, I won't get into it, but it was a phone issue. Something was wrong with the phone. I wouldn't get to it in details, but something was wrong with the phone. I don't even know how I missed the message, right? I can blame it on Satan all day long, but it wasn't Satan, it was me. I literally missed the text message. And so, your girl was in her feelings for a few minutes, right? Because I'm going to stand my ground. You didn't. And I'll be darned 10 minutes later, after I decide to literally scroll back through everything, boom, message right there. Oh my goodness. Embarrassed. Now, I could have just sit on that and be like, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. So you just forgive me without me even asking. No. Embarrassed and all, right? Standing my ground and all. I'm going to have to be a woman. I'm going to have to take accountability. Even though it don't feel good. I was wrong. Please forgive me. I was 100% wrong, etc., etc. You release that. But when you're holding on to things and you know you were wrong about something, like that's pent up, built up energy that's sitting in your spirit. There's a block. And sometimes it can even be detrimental to your own health. When it comes to certain diseases, and of course, they're getting where you fit in. This is more spiritual. I'm speaking now. I'm not speaking anything medical. But when it comes to certain diseases, especially things like cancer, things like that, a lot of the times that stuff is just built up toxins, hate, anger, resentment, unforgiveness, things that's not released. That stuff is just sitting up in your spirit, and those toxins. And again, please hear me. I'm not speaking anything medical because there's a whole nother side of it. I'm speaking spiritual. That stuff sit up in your spirit. Those toxins starts to grow, and before you know it, like there's all kinds of sicknesses in your body because certain things need to be released. I just had a flashback that I forgot about. Something happened literally. I don't know. I think it was like high school. It was like a high school, long time ago. And I forgot about it. And about 5 years ago, honey, God brought that thing back to my spirit. And when God brings something to your spirit, you shouldn't act like you ain't hear it, right? You thinking it's from somebody else. Like, oh, let me call my homegirl. I think I got a download for her. No, boo, it's for you. Boom. So you try to ignore it, right? And what he'll do is, this is when you know God is serious with you. This is when you know he's trying to do something or elevate you or bless your life. He won't let it. Listen, I had not seen this female since high school, right? So I received the download that I had to go back and apologize. It was something petty, honestly. It was really petty, but it doesn't matter if it was petty. If we think it's petty, if God is bringing it back to your attention, obviously it's not petty, right? So I tried to ignore it for like almost a year. Then I'm at Walmart, boom. On the same aisle, but I hadn't seen this girl since high school. How in the world, all these years later, right? God brought something to your attention. You try to bury it again, then boom, right in your face. He will keep on and keep on and keep on. And be very careful here. Because if he's doing that, he's trying to help you, seriously. But he's not going to sit here and beg you, right? No, you can truly be disobedient to your instructions or your convictions. Just be very careful. So I act like I ain't see her, right? I went on the next aisle, honey. I put everything back and left out the store. Probably about, I don't know, some months later, honey. You know, God will get, like, he'll start off very gentle, or just depends. He'll start off very gentle with you and gentle with you, right? Then he'll convict you. And then, like, when he's tired of playing with you, that conviction be so stern. It's like the sternness of, listen, this your last time. I'm not going to tell you again. Do what you want to do, right? Do what you want to do, boo, right? Last warning, last conviction about it. I've made it very clear. Honey, oh my God. Now I had to go on social media to look this girl up. Praying and hoping she wasn't even on social media. Boom. As soon as I typed the name in, oh my goodness. Matter of fact, she may be listening. Because listen, it's crazy how God worked things out. Because once you do your part and you release that stuff, he will use it to his glory. And literally, like, we became like soul sisters. It's so crazy. But again, it was something petty. It wasn't anything like major. So when I messaged her, I was like, do you remember in high school this, that, and third? And she was like, yep, I really do. And this is so long ago. And then, of course, I had certain convictions to say certain things, et cetera, et cetera. And this person just cried and cried and cried and cried. And it wasn't even just about the small disagreement that we had. It affected her because there was something currently that she was doing in her life that needed to be. And so she saw it as, oh my goodness, God used you to convict me. Well, he did both. He did both. I needed to release it, right? Why I need to release it? I mean, who knows? I'm doing it just out of obedience, right? So obedience then led to you being convicted about something that you needed to do that was blocking your blessings. Do you know, after that conversation, acceleration. I'm talking about levels of blessings all at one time. Sometimes we be holding up our, listen, I'm trying to tell you guys, well, you guys know, you're chosen ones. People don't understand. It is literally rules to this thing. It's rules to it. It's rules to it. So why all of a sudden that you went to apologize or have a meeting of the minds, all of a sudden that blessings started to accelerate? Well, for one, obedience moved the hands of God. Next, it frees you. It unclogs something in the spiritual realm where blessings can't find you. But most importantly, God knows he can trust you. He can trust your character. Again, it doesn't mean that we're perfect. We're going to get it wrong till Jesus come home, right? Point blank, period. The thing is, when he convicts your spirit about something, are you willing to move on that thing? Because not only is it freeing you, it's freeing other people. How many people, let's say, for example, one of my good brothers here, I'm sure it's not you, but because you're wonderful, but somebody, let's just say, okay, you hurt a female. I don't know, you guys were 20. Let's just say you hurt a female. You left her for somebody else, or you cheated on her. Whatever, you just left her. She never knew why. And this person has been so hurt, right? Never, ever, ever wanted another relationship or marriage again. I'm talking about standing on business. Like, I'm never falling in love again. Blase, 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 blase. And now God convicts you. One of y'all, it's one of y'all because I can feel it. God goes back. God comes back and tell you in this season of your life, you met somebody, but there's a lot of trouble in the relationship or the marriage, and you just can't. I mean, there's a lot of warfare, things like that. And granted, of course, that can come from different directions. That can be the enemy attacking marriage or God ordained relationships and partnerships, etc., etc. But that's not the point. The point is, all of a sudden, you're getting a conviction all these years later about a certain person, right? This can be in your prayer time, a spiritual download, whatever. God just, boom, this girl is in your face from 20 years ago. And for some reason, this person won't leave your spirit. She won't leave your spirit. And you're trying to think like, God, okay, I mean, I was only 20, right? I didn't know anything about being a man, and I didn't know anything about this, that, and the third. I mean, I'm doing the right thing now. Okay. If he don't disturb your spirit about it, then it is what it is. But if he's bringing it to your spirit, you can't ignore that. So, okay, now what do? You go into prayer or however you hear from God because you need instructions, right? This girl might be waiting to chop your head off if she ever see you again. So you you need wisdom and instructions, right? Or he may randomly just let you run into this girl in Walmart or somewhere. He will make it very, very, very clear. And when you go and apologize to this young lady, and you take full accountability, like, you know what? I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing at 20 years old, right? I was just in survivor mode. I never had a father. I never even knew what it was to be like it was not you. It was me. You were wonderful. You were great, right? It was me. I didn't know. If I had known how to such and such, I could have been a better man. Da, 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 da. Please forgive me X, Y, and Z. Okay. If she forgives you, fine. She may not forgive you. And that's okay. God will have to deal with her and help her to process things over time. But that's between her and God, that process. But your actions and your words may have broke something in the spiritual realm that kept her blocked from her blessings. But now, because she understands through your words that it was never her, now she can heal properly. Because all this time she's thinking she's not beautiful enough, right? The next chick you left her for had this better, this, that, and the third. So she's sitting there comparing herself with someone else, and it had nothing to even do with that. It was all you. So now with her healing process, now it's easier for her when God starts to help her through her healing process. It's easy for her to release that stuff. And once she releases all of her toxins, then every blessings, including the God ordained man that was always meant for her, that she was blocking and self-sabotaging, can now find her and she can receive it. All because your obedience. So you see, it's just not always just you. It's like a chain reaction. And your little pride might be to your shoe, honey. But you, listen. Obedience over emotions. And now, because of your obedience, God can trust you. He sees your character. Doesn't mean you're perfect. You ain't that cute, boo, right? But because he can trust you to right your wrongs, because he can trust you because now you have character not to be out here lying, cheating, manipulating, deceiving people intentionally. Now he can trust you with more. Now, boom. Now your marriage is stable. Boom. Your business is accelerating. Boom. Open door. Boom. Destiny helper. Obedience over emotions. People with children, mothers and fathers, who wronged their children in a sense of not being in their lives for whatever reason, right? I mean, we can make a 30,000-minute recording on this, right? Maybe no one taught you how to be a parent, right? Maybe drugs had you on the chokehold, right? Maybe it was an outside child. The list can go on. But please don't think that you can leave all those wounded vessels behind and never ever attempt to right your wrong. Nobody's perfect. We're all trying to figure this thing out called life. I don't care how, listen, I don't care how well put together somebody looks. I don't care. We all are trying to figure this thing out called life. But think about all of the, if it's a child, let's say, for example, because every person responds to certain things differently. But if a child is dealing with rejection and abandonment issues because you weren't in their lives, how many people along that child's life have been affected because of rejection and abandonment issues? Do you know all that energy is stuff you're carrying? Granted, they have to be accountable for their own selves too, but you're like the root of it. It's like a chain reaction. And now, getting closer to God or elevating, whatever, and then God just bringing this thing back to your attention. And honey, is nowhere in the world I can try to have this conversation. This man is now 30. Ain't no in the world he want to hear from me. This girl is now 40. There's no in the world she want to hear from me. So I'm just going to just leave it there and just, I mean, I guess that's fine if there's no conviction about it. But if God is bringing it to your spirit, even if those kids hate you, it is still your responsibility as a mother to take accountability that crack had you in a chokehold. Or as a father that, you never had a father. Your father was, Papa was Rolling Stone. He taught you the same thing, right? Okay, accountability. First, acknowledging I didn't know better. First, acknowledging I could have done better. Now, you're going to apologize. Obedience over emotions. It frees, right? It frees the other person of thinking it was them. So now every abandonment issue, every rejection issue, that can really help their own process of healing versus them keep thinking that they were never good enough. It was something they did. No, it was something you did. And it releases so many things out of your own spirit and in the spiritual realm. So guys, my little perfect people here, it's none of you guys, right? This is supposed to be a 5-minute recording, but honey, it is what it is. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.